what's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Harry here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick recap, review, another look, whatever you want to call it, of the Rhm Borsig Tier 8 German TD leading to the almighty Waffenträger or the Grille 15, and finally the stealth factor, the hidden sniper factor comes into play with this tank line, Tier 5, 6 and 7, very big blocky TDs, not the greatest camo values, camo factor, etc, but finally, you know, the hidden sniper appears at tier 8, you know, with the Rhm Borsig, and a lot of love-hate relationship with, you know, World of Tanks players when it comes to the Borsig. Either you love it or you hate it. If you're a medium player, you hate it because it'll take you out, and you won't even, you know, it doesn't even get lit up because the guy that's playing it is playing it correctly. But, you know, what can I say? But at the same time, you know, I'm a medium player. I don't mind. You play your role, you play your role, you know, 100%. If that guy that's salty and angry was on my team, he'd be happy that I just took out that TD or that medium that he was duking with. So, you know, it's about perspective, etc. But by the time you've hit tier 8, you should have ground out at least 1 or 2 skills, and because it's all about the skills and perks when it comes to the Rhm Borsig. You want to just max it out 100%, because keep in mind, now we're moving up to tier 10 games, you know, and you can do well 100% in the Rhm Borsig at tier 10, you know, because you're a hidden sniper. But as you can see, I have the tank almost at its most optimal. Muffled shop, green thumb, camo, brothers in arms, 6th sense, and silent driving. That's tank movement, you know. This is all about sitting in a bush, you know, and by now at tier 8 you should have mastered basically how to sit in a bush, how not to sit in a bush, and how to sit behind the bush, and etc. And yeah, it's perfectly fine to sit in a bush and have your camo net up, etc. But there's a right way and a wrong way of sitting in a bush. You know, the front part of your tank should not be exposed. If it is, you're doing it wrong, basically. If your gun is pointing out of a bush, you do not get a reduction in camo because of that. You know, you do not get a reduction in camo because of that. And keep in mind, of course, you know, when you're sitting behind the bush and the bush is non-transparent, that is ideal, that is perfect, that's what you want to be doing. So sit in the bush to spot. When you want to take your shot, you kind of pull back, etc. A lot of controversy with this tank with regards to the guns as well, because you have a choice of 2, the 150mm or the 128, and quite frankly, it's totally up to you. You know, in my personal opinion, it's 100% up to you. As there's some players out there, majority of the games are in TDs. Some of them, majority of the games is in RD. Majority of the games are in heavies. You know, it's just each to their own. It's different strokes, etc. You know, 128 or 150, it's totally up to you. I would say 150 to have some fun, 128 if you want to get serious, if you want to get some grinding done. You know, it's 100% up to you. As you can see, the 150mm is the penetration is a little bit lackluster, but that damage is 750. You can always load heat, don't forget that. And aim time, accuracy isn't that great, but that's a balancing factor for a big, massive, derpy cannon, 100%. If you want to do your grinding, be serious, and all of that jazz, 128 is the way to go. You know, for fun, 150. For getting serious, being an effective member of your team, you know, 246 pen, that's great, fantastic. Damage, 490. Aim time, reasonable, 2.3. Accuracy, a reasonable 0.35. You know, camo, it's all about the camo. Camo, camo, camo. It's all about the camo. Third slot is totally up to you. I've gone for gunrammer. Let's take a look. Oh, pardon me, it's APC. What the hell do I know? Oh, no. With the 150 mil, I think it's heat. Is it heat? Let me just take a look. Yeah. So, so there you go. 5 degrees, gun depression all the way around. This is it's the most stealthy tank out of all the TDs, in this line. It is the most stealth, and you'll enjoy that, Well, it kind of depends. Will you enjoy being a scumbag, basically? It depends on you and your personality, and what kind of qualities and characteristics do you possess. But I love playing this thing. Just sitting in the bush and you blast people, and I'm not going to be showcasing gameplay in the 150 mil. I'll leave links at the end of the video. I've done plenty of vids in the 150 mil, and the gameplay coming up is not going to be spectacular, amazing, etc. etc. It's more to do with how to play the tank properly, what not to do, etc. etc. But yeah, this is the most stealthy tank in this tank line. When you move up to the Waffenträger, the baby waffle at tier 9, it's the camo value kind of drops a little bit. It's still a stealthy tank, and the gun is somewhat awkward compared to the Borsig. Life is simple in the Borsig. You pretty much sit in a bush and your turret just rotates and you shoot at whatever needs shooting at. With the baby waffle, it's somewhat more awkward because the gun is at the back and blah blah blah, gun depression, gun elevation, etc. etc. The life is very simple in the Borsig, and many a evening it's kind of like artillery. You just kick back, put your feet up, and you just sit in the bush and you just blast away till kingdom come. Yeah, happy days, absolutely. Yeah, love the Borsig. Let's get into some gameplay, shall we? Okay, let's go. First game, we're on Sand River, tier 9 battle. It's going to be 3 battles showcasing me gradually getting better at playing in the Borsig, if you can call it that. That's kind of my best description of these 3 games. So in the first game, I'm going to be making quite a few mistakes. Second game, less so. And in the third game, I'm going to play the tank almost perfectly. So something a little bit different, because I've already done a review of the thing, etc. etc. I've done quite a few vids in the Borsig. I've played the Borsig quite a lot. So what's the first mistake that I'm doing here, in my personal opinion, is I'm following this heavy and this medium M46 and this IS-3 up to the ridgeline here in the center. I have no business, truth be told, being up here in the middle, especially when there's 2 other tanks, because A, is there enough room? B, there's 2 RD in play. If my compadres are lit up, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be aware if they're lit up, and RD takes a pot shot at them, they're gonna damage my tank so easily, with splash damage. And this is a very fragile, sensitive piece of machinery. Any kind of damage, and I'll lose a crew member. Components are going to get damaged. My engine will get taken out, my gun will get damaged, etc. etc. So it's quite risky move what I'm doing. I'm not sitting all the way in the back, I'm not in the bush, I'm not behind my teammates. I'm up front, basically. The plan was, okay, spot, just take pot shots, use your alpha, etc. etc. And take a look at this. I'm exposing my tank. I get a nice shot into the E75, granted, but what's up there ahead of me in the distance? There could be a whole bunch of tanks, and granted there isn't, but still, where are the 2 enemy TDs? They're not lit up. Where are they? What are they doing? They could be looking over in this direction, And 100% granted, you know, I didn't, no tracers came in, no shots came in, but still, it's kind of, it's a very, very risky maneuver that I'm performing here. Get a nice shot into the IS-3, but looking, you know, hindsight is, you know, it's a fantastic thing, and watching replays, it's, you know, really cool. You kind of learn a lot and all of that jazz, 100%. And I do find myself, you know, I learn from my mistakes, especially when I watch these kind of like replays, and I go through the replays and I see what I did right, and I see what I did wrong, where I got lucky, where I didn't get lucky, where RNG came into play, etc., etc. And again, I'm creeping up here as these two greens are kind of pushing up ahead, and I'm trying to join them basically, you know. Granted, I'm lit up and I'm saying, okay, TDs, artillery, you're pushing it, buddy, you know, etc., etc. But I really want to join this push down the middle, and you can see that the pattern is requesting my help, and I see a Lorraine 40T, and I'm thinking, lovely squishy target. But the thing is, I'm a lovely squishy target, and I don't have the speed or the mobility that he does. And not only that, I take my shot and I miss, so I'm lit up. Everybody's fully aware of where I am, and I see what's happening, and this is where I kind of get tunnel vision. I focus on helping out this heavy. I desperately want to help out this heavy. I know I can help out this heavy by taking out the Lorraine 40T, but the thing is, it's just one tank. You know, it's just one tank. There's more than one tank to be dealt with, and the game is definitely, you know, it's still kind of up in the air. It's only 7-6, and I've helped out that heavy, but unfortunately he died. So what have I done? Really, I haven't done anything. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. Everybody knows where I am. Artie was just trying to take a pot shot at me. The heavy to my left is fully aware that I'm down here. You know, there's TD to my right. I wasn't sure what he was doing, so you know, I sod it. You know, switch to compass mode and just take a quick shot. I was hoping to high roll, you know, take him out. I think I low roll here. Yeah. So what can you do? Big low roll actually, and I was fully expecting to die. You know, I was fully expecting to die any second, and here comes the heavy. You know, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I take my one shot, and I'm thinking, okay, that's it. Okay, he needs to get a couple of shots onto me to take me out, at least I think 2 or 3. But this tank does not sustain damage well. You know, you get one shot into me and you'll damage my engine, like I mentioned before. I'm so lucky that he missed me there, and now I duck back into cover, and I'm so limited in options. You know, that tank can get a second chance so easily, you know, with his armor, where, you know, I'll take a shot and I'll bounce off him, or it'll hit his tracks, etc., etc. You know, good trade with the J Panther, but, you know, I don't have, you know, a lifeline. You know, when you're in the Borsig, you don't have a lifeline. The only lifeline you have, the only second chance you have, is a nice bit of alpha on your gun, you know, and that's about it. So should not be down here, you know, 100%. I should be in the back, I should be sniping, because it's just a question of time before I get taken out. And when I did get taken out, I just felt like I'd let my team down so much. It's because it's 3-2, and there's 2 enemy lights still in play, and I said 100% we've lost this, you know, 100% we've lost this. And you know, I could have made such a difference if I'd simply stayed in the back and sniped, you know, because in the end stages of the game, it's all about the quick lights, the quick mediums, and the you know, the sneaky TDs. You know, heavies don't really come into play. They do and they don't, you know, etc., etc. But anyhow, I thought I cost us this game, you know, I really did. But somehow we pull it out of the bag, you know, and we achieve a victory and 3.5k damage. So kudos to my teammates, 100%. And we're on Hidden Village, which is a map that you can love it or you hate it, I guess. It's like 30% of the map is completely unusable. You're kind of limited, in my personal opinion, where you can go as a TD. The actual village, I've yet to kind of suss out, figure out where to be effective, and it's my personal opinion that there's no point in going into the village if you don't have reds lit up. You know, what is the actual point? You know, I need spotters, I need mediums, I need scouts to light up the reds in order for me to, you know, make those shots, etc, etc. Plus there's a lot of debris in the village. Nice shot on the E1, we're not lit up. Camo has kicked in. We can most definitely get a second shot in. Very nice. Very nice free 1k damage there. And the second game, this game, we're playing the tank a little bit better, you know, to its, not to its fullest potential, but it's kind of like half of it is sneaky TD, half of it is using that fantastic alpha, using that fantastic gun, using that fantastic pen. You know, it's a combination of factors. Very lazy shot there on the T-32. Most definitely could have penned him in the low plate if I had not rushed my shot. 100%. Waiting to lose my sixth sense. And yeah, again, you know, missed another opportunity there. So it's shaking my tank, rocking it back and forth, trying to lose my sixth sense, so I can plant up and, you know, take my next shot. Body just fired. T-32 finally shows up and I kind of get redemption. But he gets a shot into me in return, and this is what I'm talking about, you know. Not only do you get damage, but you lose a driver, you lose a gunner, etc, etc. Very fragile, and sensitive tank, 100%. So I'm looking for my next shot, being careful, fully aware that there's already in play, keeping an eye on the minimap on what's going on. ISU 152, very deadly tank for myself, and he's only managed a tracking shot as he's swinging his tank. Looking for my next shot. Looking for my next play. Don't want to be too aggressive. Bless you. And here comes the M103. Gotta make this shot count, you know, to help out my teammate. Sighted a turret, yes, absolutely. He gets taken out, wonderful. IS2, the SU-152, pardon me. What's he up to? What's he doing? He's pulling back. He cannot see me. I cannot see him. Good to go. And they have pushed through down below. So I need to react to that. And I need to react quickly because they're going to jump on our base. They're going to cap. They're going to end up by cap. And you can see those shots coming in. They're definitely, you know, some hidden snipers back there. Some hidden snipers, unknown snipers. And at this stage in the game, I don't know, you know, what's out there. Finally, Artie gets a shot into me and takes out. I'm on, what is it, like 40% damage now. And what do we see down below? Tortoise. Waiting for the Tortoise to walk into my shot. I'm exposed, you can see. And I'm about to eat a shot from, there we go. Doesn't state, you know, who was the shot made by, of course. Losing my sixth sense, aware that Artie might be looking at me as well. So a number of things kind of going on. Considering my options here, wondering, can I be of any benefit? Should I push with my teammates? and I decide against doing so because I would be more of an asset if I just continued what I was doing and just took the risk. Auto aim on the tortoise. Quickly need to boot the back. Again, another shot comes in. Unknown sniper. Can we get another one on the tortoise? Yes, we can. And he gets taken out. GG. And you can see again, you know, when I'm lit up in this thing, you don't have a second chance. You know, you don't have a second chance. And even if you do get a second chance, you'll lose a crew member. You'll lose an engine. You'll lose your gun will get damaged. You know, all these things. So I decided, okay, let my camo kick in, my binocs kick in. Maybe the 25T will light up the hidden sniper. I'm trying to figure out what is back there. ST1 again, hidden sniper shoots, get a nice shot into the ST1, into the rear. Got very lucky there. This is all Artie safe. ST1 is being smart, taking way too long. Taking way too long. You can see how hesitant, nervous I am. And the hidden sniper is firing. Looks like there might be a couple. Possibly, maybe. Nah, there's just one back there. And I realise it's a KV-4. It's a tier 8. Soviet heavy tank all the way in the back sniping. And now it's safe to pull out of cover. Let's try and take out this light tank. He gets shot into me, and finally the KV-4 takes me out. So a really good demonstration of how you just don't get any second chances in this tank as far as shots headed in your direction. You know, it's just everything will penetrate you, everything will damage you, your components will get damaged, your crew members will die, you know, all of the above. But you know, GG, not bad. And final game, we're on Mountain Pass. I believe we're top tier, and this is pretty much the proper way of playing a Borsig, which is never ever get lit up. The results aren't spectacular in this game, but they do kind of. This is the proper way to play the Borsig. I'm not taking any risks. I'm not taking any chances. 100%, you should take a chance and go for something spectacular, crazy, every once in a blue moon. But less so, I would say, in a lightly armored TD. That can, you know, easily be taken out with this amount of hit points, you know, this tier, etc., etc. There's two different types of Borsig players. There's the players that are just grinding the thing, and they've got maybe one or two skills or perks. You know, because it's only tier 8, and then there's the players such as myself, which are players that have ground out this line. They're done with this line. They kept the Borsig, possibly maybe they kept the crew in the Borsig, or they've stuck a mega experienced crew in the Borsig because they enjoyed it so much. And these are the kind of players that you need to watch out for, because it's the Borsig at its most optimal, at its most dangerous, at its most deadly and lethal, and all of that stuff. And I'll leave a link for some, you know, other videos that I've made in the Borsig for those of you that are kind of new here, etc., etc. I know most of you are not, but it's, like I said, it's totally up to you. Both guns are viable. They serve two kind of different purposes, 100%. This is truly, you know, a pure sniping gun. Keep in mind, when it comes to the accuracy of the tank, it is, I think the first year of playing World of Tanks, I thought accuracy was set in stone and could not be changed. Accuracy 100% can be changed, can be improved upon with things like Brothers in Arms, with things like events, which you know you can't actually install on this tank, with food. So you know whatever accuracy actually you do have, whenever you add one item, it kind of reduces it by 1 point. I think that's how it works, sort of, kind of. And you know you end up with a very, very deadly machine. This tank is not at its most optimal. All I need is food, and that'll, you know, increase everything overall, improve everything overall, including the accuracy. But another thing I need to mention is the accuracy was nerfed down to 360. I believe around the time I was making my 150mm Borsig vids, where I was experimenting with the 150mm. I was trying to make it work, and I kind of made it work. I had some really fantastic games in the thing. I believe the view range was 390, 400, I'm not sure, and it was nerfed down to PC standards literally a week later. No way am I saying it was because of my vid, but so now it's currently at 360, same as PC. But kind of odd, because the Waffenträger, the tier 9 baby waffle, wasn't touched. So what's going on there? Is the Borsig really that overpowered? Is it really, you know, does it ruin games that often, that much? I haven't got a clue. But you know, it is what it is. It's a blast to play, 100%. Love playing this tank. So check out the links at the end of the vid for, you know, other Borsig gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a comment, leave a like, all of that jazz. Baby waffle tomorrow. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.